Yeah, we go way back, way back, way back. I know you got love for me, you ain't gotta say that. I don't see a thing that could really ever change that, cause we be going way back, way back, way back, way back. I know you got love for me, you ain't gotta say that. I don't see a thing that could really ever change that, cause we be going way back. Funny how friends start feeling like family. Life is amazing, it is what it can be. Sometimes I wonder if they really understand me. I said we in MIA, that might mean we in Miami with the day ones, huh? Now the shit up and it's way too stuck. Got a little change up, huh? But we don't change up nothing. Hold on, let me say we go way back, way back, way back, way back. I know you got love for me, you ain't gotta say that. I don't see a thing that could really ever change that, cause we be going way back, way back, way back, way back. I know you got love for me, you ain't gotta say that. I don't see a thing that could really ever change that, cause we be going way back.
We be going way back. Way before we seen the dream and said that we gon' chase that. Way before we saw the game and said that we gon' change that. Rate that. Big blunt road, already know we gon' face that. Keeping good company. They can't ever fuck with me. Girl said she's in love with me, cause her and I go way back.
Yeah, we go way back, way back, way back, way back. I know you got love for me, you ain't gotta say that. I don't see a thing that could really ever change that, cause we be going way back, way back, way back, way back. I know you got love for me, you ain't gotta say that. I don't see a thing that could really ever change that, cause we be going way back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Nice Guys Podcast, episode 71. Coming at you live, second live episode under the belts here, getting ready to kick off, and we are super excited for this one. Gang is all here. Plus, as you guys can see, we have a special guest joining us, and I'm going to let D-Money introduce him here in just a few seconds. But the great thing about this guest is he's been on before, and we were trying to do the quick math. What was it, D? 64 episodes?
Yeah, he was on episode number 7.
Number 7, so
Seven
to 71. Hey, he was rocking with us when we first got started, and we were working the kinks out and getting everything running smoothly. And so he took a chance on us and came on and chopped it up, and we had a great episode, and we're really grateful for that episode, and we're really, really grateful for this one, for him to come back on and be just a small handful of guests that have come on multiple times. So we really appreciate him taking the time to chop it up with us tonight. Got an action-packed EP for you guys tonight. We're going to chop it up with our special guest, obviously, here in just a second. Ask him some questions. Week 1 of the NFL, the long-awaited return of the NFL season is upon us, and some great games today. College football yesterday was close. I mean, every game that we watched was close, so it was really cool. Action-packed football weekend. We got our nice chat, obviously our top 5 that we did last week that we've done every episode of the show. And then we have blind ranks, nice blind ranks. So I'm not going to tell these guys the category on what it is. So they're going to rock it out with me as well on that one. And then probably, as we've done the last several weeks consistently, we'll probably do another nice draft picks. I was telling our special guest on what the breakdown is, so we already took care of that off camera. So, D, you don't have to take the time to do that. But with that being said, boys, how we feeling?
You wanna kick it off, D-Money? Who wants to kick it off?
Go ahead, dude. You kick it off every week. You might as well keep it going.
Okay.
Keeping it going.
Hold on 1 second.
He walks off the cam.
No, I think I know what he's doing. I think I know what he's getting ready to go do.
We're going to start with a moment of silence. Bow your heads, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
My king escaped season-ending injury, so I'm feeling great. It was a little bit of a rough first game for my Packers, but I think it's only up from here. We still scored 29 points and had like 400 something yards of offense, even playing shitty. So I think that I think it's Super Bowl this year for sure. So just ready for next Sunday. We got the Colts at home,
Yeah.
and yeah, they're gonna be good. So that'll be a tough game. But other than that, doing great, bro. Just just was focused on the Packers this weekend. So
Oh yeah.
that's about it.
We love it. We love it.
Yep.
Love the good news for sure. D-Money, how you feeling, dude?
Hey man, I'm here.
here.
I'm not going to say anything about the Steelers yet because obviously see Big P up here wearing the Steelers stuff, so we can bullshit about that when time comes.
Oh yeah.
After I introduce the fella.
Formal introduction.
Formally, yes. But no, I'm good. I'm tired. I started work last week, so I've been driving way too fucking much, honestly. But got to pay the bills, you know what I mean? So
Gotta pay him.
yeah, sucks making the drive, but it's really not that bad. It's all highway, other than 250. Which hey, that can segue into what I told you something off camera that I was going to tell you because I didn't say it yesterday in front of you because I didn't want you to hear it, so I wanted to tell you on the pod. But
the secret shit. All right, let's see it.
well, I said it loud. I'm surprised you didn't hear it. Honestly, Dickie was standing right there, and I was telling him. So it was Friday, of course, the last day that I'm driving up there for the week. I'm on 250. You know when you're like really tired and you kind of do like one of them like real hard eye closes and like open up your eyes to like kind of.
Yeah.
So I'm driving on 250, going like 60, 55 mile an hour speed limit. I'm going like 55, 60, whatever. I do that for that 0.2 seconds. That 0.2 seconds when I open my eyes, deer. Boom!
Cracked it?
Smashed this deer.
Damn.
No shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I'm not kidding you, when I open my eyes, that deer, like the front of my truck was right here, that deer was right here.
Oh my
Like
god.
I couldn't miss, I couldn't do anything, and I wasn't slowing down because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to just drill it.
Crack
so
it,
what
yeah.
did I do? I fucking smoked it.
Yeah, you rammed it.
Yeah. Good one.
Wow.
Good one.
Wow.
Good one.
Where's the
But,
drum? Where's the drum sound effect? Did it? There we
Yeah.
go.
But yeah, so I hit that and I drove. I just kept driving and I was just watching my tire pressure to make sure my tire wasn't going flat, so because I didn't know what it hit. I didn't know. I had both of my headlights. Well, that headlight obviously still up and running, so I was like, didn't fuck my headlight up. I'm still driving. I didn't lose any tire pressure or anything, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna look at it when I get there. So I drive all the way to work. I get out, and I'm stepping out of my truck, and I go to look at the front corner, and all I saw was a little dent with a little chip of paint, and I was like, that ain't shit. Fuck that. I'm cool with that. I'm glad that's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I went the whole day, like, oh, sick. I'm not that mad about it. I cleaned this fucking deer, but I'm chilling, So on my way home, our fallen soldier.
There we go. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah. So I'm on my way home, and I'm going to pick up Woody before Mav's football game because I was just going to pick him up, then go home real quick, change, and then we're going to Union Local for his game. So I'm pulling into my driveway, and you know how I park in that one side spot. So I'm going to back in, and I happen to look down at my backup cam, which is I don't use it very often. And there it was. My whole bumper was fucking destroyed.
On the back side of the vehicle?
My back. So that deer hit the front of my truck and rolled down my truck and fucked the back end of my truck up.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's insane.
Yeah. I'm not thrilled about it. But
Yeah,
it could be
for real.
worse. It's still drivable, obviously. It didn't do any, like it didn't fuck my tires up or anything
Yeah.
like that. But,
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it now. Obviously, I'm going to get it fixed, but
That's crazy.
it still runs, still fine. So I'm cool. I'm just going to let it ride for the time being, but yeah.
That's
So then
insane.
I go to Union Local for Mavericks game, and rain delay for 2 hours.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Sat in the downpour, and
That's tough
it's so
scene.
the way that it works is every lightning strike is 30 minutes. So like every time a lightning strike or lightning is around the area, they gotta postpone it for 34 minutes or 30 more minutes. So we're sitting there, whatever, and it wasn't really raining at first, and then it started to come down. So they get all the way to second quarter with like 2:55 left, and they send him into the locker room. They had a really long wait. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. So they bring him back out. Start the game back up. They get down to 22 seconds. 22 seconds left and a half.
They call another one.
Call another one, so they send him back to the locker room.
That's
I'm like,
so dumb.
why didn't you not just finish the half? That's 2 plays.
Yeah, really.
2-3 plays. You know what I mean? I mean, God forbid, lightning would have struck the field or whatever, but, And it's not the ref's fault. It's they're doing their job. They're doing what they were, supposed to do. So they send him back in. And this was like the real long one, I think. So we sat there for a good amount of time. And they bring him back out. And they go out, play the last 22 seconds, and then they have to have a halftime. So they cut the time down from the 12-minute halftime or 15-minute halftime, however long it usually is, to 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And they just ran the clock down. The bands didn't perform or anything. So they ran the clocks down and they started the game back up. 11:28 left in the third quarter. Right back to the locker room. We're sitting there again forever. And this time it's like pouring on us. At this point, I'm drenched. I'm uncomfortable. And there's barely anybody in the stands at this point. But whatever. Yeah, so that was fun, And then I got to go to Dickie's house Saturday. I got to see you watch some footballs. Got the kiddos, let the kiddos hang out.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Sunday has just been football day, so
Well, we're going to... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say we're going to get into that, I'm sure. So
Yeah. I was going to ask you how you're doing, then I'll give Big P up here an intro.
Oh, that's cool, man. I hate leaving the guests just hanging out and fucking stranded on a lonely island here. I'm gonna make it quick. I mean, it was cool. I came in Thursday for a family funeral. One of the family members passed away. So just shout out prayers to the family and just praying for their comfort and peace during that time. And but it was cool to see that extended part of the family I don't normally get to see, catch up with them. And then honestly, just super relaxed weekend, man. Got to hang out with Jag. We had a nice workout on Friday. I cooked him a little bit. My legs are cooked, so it was cool to see him and hang out with him for a little bit. And then Saturday, just got the kiddos together, like you said, and got to see you and Dickie and Blake and Liz and well, I already said Dickie, but Liz and Alexis and everybody else. And so it was cool. And then today, we just woke up early and hit the road early, and I've been back home since early afternoon, which was nice just to be back and kind of chilling and hanging out. So, nothing too crazy. I mean, honestly. So hey, passing it back to you to give us your A+.
The long awaited.
The long awaited. The returning.
Yeah. The returning.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, this guy up here I've known literally probably almost my entire life. We,
like 2 months, yeah.
Yeah, 2 months, that's all. I don't really know him that much. But no, we went elementary school together, junior high, high school. We graduated the same year. So yeah, I've known this dude for a long time. Really good dude. I'm glad I can call him a friend. I'm glad I can call him a real good friend. He's been one that's stuck around.
Shout out.
Stuck around all the time, and I feel like I've done the same for him. So I'm very grateful for that friendship. But first of all, my brother, congratulations on being engaged.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
appreciate
finally.
that.
Shout him out.
Finally.
Shout him out.
And
I'm
Lucy,
sure she's watching. She told me to shout her out.
Lucy,
Lucy,
if
you're watching.
Obviously,
Hey,
congratulations
shout out
to
Lucy.
you
Thank
too.
you, Lucy.
I've been waiting for so long for that day to happen, and
Yeah.
I'm so glad it finally happened. I'm glad you guys are, happy with each other. There she is. She's commenting down there.
There we go. We had to.
I mean, she put up with me for 5 years. I mean, it's about time.
Yeah, it was about
It's
time.
about time. Yeah.
It was about time.
There we go.
So, but yeah, congratulations on that again.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so just let us. She said she's been waiting for so long too.
I love that.
Seriously, I was getting ready just to like pop like a ring pop out or something like.
Just to throw something at her here.
I was like,
This
geez,
could
man.
be our promise ring. It's a ring pop.
Yeah,
I promise a ring's coming. Just I don't know when.
exactly. Yeah,
But yeah, he's again. Congrats. I'll say it again for the fourth,
Say
fifth
it,
time
hey,
now.
hey,
But
not enough. Congrats can happen.
yeah. What, you still assistant manager at said workplace?
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Worked at 4 a.m. today. Haven't slept yet.
Ooh.
Pretty beat up. See too much stuff actually.
I believe it.
Babysitting. That's what I feel like I do. Babysit.
Yeah.
I've been in there a lot of the times because I go in there and I bullshit with you and Dylan and stuff, and all the guys that work there when I get the chance to. So I see a lot of the stuff that you deal with, man. And
It's
kudos
something.
to you.
It's something. Customer service is something.
Oh yeah.
Public relations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
crazy.
seeing the characters that probably come in and out of that place.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the thing that happened this morning. Yeah.
Oh,
What happened?
I have to say it. It's a little expletive. Is that okay? Like, there's a little like.
Yeah, you're
18
good.
plus.
Okay.
18
Okay.
plus.
So, long story short, girl that's probably on drugs come in. I mean, she's literally as big as this pen, right? She comes in. She starts saying how she thinks she has COVID.
Oh
My first instinct, I'm looking at her like, what are you doing in here? Number one.
Yeah, really.
Like, this isn't like a medical facility. This is a convenience store, you know.
Right.
So I was like, okay, so what are you doing in here? And Dylan's girlfriend and I were sitting there like staring at each other, and she's like, well, I went to Easy Care and I got an X-ray on my chest, and I was like, all right. I was like, well, what they find out? They didn't like. She's like, well, I don't have COVID. I was like, okay, well, I didn't think they were going to figure that out by the X-ray, right? Go ahead,
Customer or employee?
customer.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was confused for a second, but go ahead.
She's one that comes and bums cigarettes off every single person that sits outside and smokes.
Nice.
So she come in there and she said, I got an X-ray done. I'm like, well, they're not going to figure out COVID because of that. So like, why did you get the X-ray done? Something wrong with like, your chest or something? And what she told us is that she has shadow nipples.
Shadow nipples.
And if you don't know what that is, I had to look up and I asked my mother, who's been a nurse for 30 years.
Okay.
Basically, that means that the shadows of the silhouettes of her nips were showing up on the X-ray, and there's nothing wrong with her. But the only thing I could think of when she left is like, how thick are they? Because
Oh my God.
how do they show up like that? And like, clothing doesn't show up. Like I was thinking like,
Yeah.
that's kind of wild. But yeah, that's what happened this morning.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That
Oh
probably
my
happened
God.
Oh,
right when you opened the store too.
it was pretty early. Yeah.
That's the way to kick off a Sunday, man.
Yeah.
Right. Right, exactly.
Jeez, man. That's funny. Holy
And then she
my
just
God,
she
that's
just
great.
laughed and left. I was like, I looked at Dylan's girlfriend. I'm like, what just happened? Like,
That's nuts, man. That's nuts.
People are crazy. People are nuts, dude.
it's wild. Yeah.
Especially in the OV, man. Huh. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I want to ask you. We got to spin back. We got to go back. I got a question right off rip for you. So talk us through. Okay. Okay. I want you to be sentimental real quick before I ask you about the day.
Okay.
What was that point in your relationship between you and Lucy that you were like, yeah, I'm gonna marry this girl. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with her? Because everybody has it, obviously.
It's a good question. I think I knew earlier than that. It's just was waiting for the right time because a lot of things happened before this, medically, family members, passing, just different things were going on. I probably, if I had any little regret, it probably would have been a little bit earlier for a lot of certain reasons, like her dad and things like that.
Right.
And don't be crying when you're watching this, Lucy. I'm just spilling, But I think I knew before that. It's not like I wanted to make her wait.
Right. No, yeah. There's nothing wrong with waiting either. So don't feel like we're on you for waiting.
And yeah, trust me, she's put up with me my bull crap I'm sure I've had with her for a while. But we had this little it's like a little small friendcation thing that we planned with a couple other people, and when we went, it was down in Hawking is where it happened at Hawking Hills, Ohio, and
where
we had a cabin.
where the moment happened that you were like, yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. Okay, all right, cool.
Well, no, not that moment. That moment to me was like, I don't even know. To be honest with you, it just hit me more so in one of our anniversaries probably.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like when we went on our first date was Phipps up in Pittsburgh at Botanical Garden Place, and we usually try to go there every year. And like I'm like, you know what? I'm like, she's a keeper. She's sticking around. You know, she's there. I mean, hell, she sat in the bed with me when I was puking my brains out with the flu, and I'm like, well, she's not scared of the flu. So like, to me, that's like mothering. You know?
Oh yeah.
So that's big. Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, where it happened was Hawking Hills, and we had this little thing planned out. And like on our hikes, it was a drought. There was no water. It was just mud. And I'm like, well, this is ugly. You know, I'm not gonna do it here. This is stupid. So then the first day went by. I'm like, okay, so I'll do it tomorrow. Second day went by. One of the people we went with got us lost for we were in the woods for 8 hours.
Oh my!
And we went on or I shouldn't say 8 hours, 6 hours, 8 mile hike. That's what it was.
Okay.
And like another one of my friends who was there was like extremely dehydrated, and like I swear to God, I was like, he's about to have a cardiac episode. And I'm like, well, one of my friends is gonna die. I'm not saying names, so that's I'm just saying one of my friends.
Okay.
So I was like, well, he's gonna die. I'm like, this is supposed to be fun, you know? And one of the things he said to me was, this is supposed to be vacation, not fat camp.
Oh my gosh.
and I was like, that hits in the nail on the head, you know? And I was like, okay, well, I said, let's go find this waterfall that's supposed to be down here, which we've never found. And we just went, after we got out of the hill, I was thinking to myself, because the gullies are huge, right? I was like, how do they get him out of here if he passes out or something? I can't life flight him. There's nowhere to land the helicopter. Like, where?
Hey,
you know?
I've been in one of them situations.
I was like, wow, I have to keep giving him granola bars and Gatorades. I'm like, come on, dude, like keep climbing the hill, like, because I'm struggling. I know you're hurting. There's no way you're not. So we ended up getting out of there, and Lucy and I actually took a walk down the road and got my car and picked him up, and that whole day was ruined. And we were down there for 6 hours. So I'm like, well, it didn't happen that day. So I had one more day left before we had to leave.
Oh man.
And I was just thinking to myself, well, how the hell do I do this? You know? And ironically enough, I never actually got to ask her dad for permission. So her dad was a big fisherman, and the lake next to our house, when we went fishing, she had his rods and lures. And I was like, if she catches a fish, I'm just going to pop it and do it. Screw it, right? I'm just doing it. And she did. She caught a freaking fish. And I was like, okay. Man. So I sat there, I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'll give it like 10 more minutes, right? So then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I went up there to her, and I was like, oh, you think your dad's here right now? Like, just, you know, since you're having like all his fishing equipment and stuff. And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, do you think he's here for this part? And I pulled it out and did it. And that's the only way that I can think, how can I include her father?
Right.
Because I didn't get that opportunity, you know?
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. She cry?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's cool.
She actually cried. I'm going to put her on blast here real quick. After we got back from one of the hikes, she was crying, and before we were getting a shower before dinner, because it was humid, and we were all pretty sweaty. So I was like, yeah, I got my shower. And before she gets in, she's like puffy-eyed and stuff. I'm like, were you crying or something? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, I'm not leaving until you tell me what's going on. Like, this is supposed to be fun. What's wrong with you? Like, and she's like, I just thought something was going to happen this weekend. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when I left and she got in the shower, I went over to the table out in the dining room. I was like, I told everybody, and I went, yet. She doesn't know this, but yet. And it happened that night.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. So it's kind of like, it was like, just like on a whim kind of thing. Like you knew you were going to do it, but the actual moment.
It was happening that weekend. It just, everything kind of like, there wasn't a perfect time for it.
Yeah, there wasn't a perfect time. Yeah. Dude, I real quick, I just want to share the story on when I got engaged real quick. So we went to Mount Washington for our anniversary, and quickly found out that we're not in that crowd of type of eatery. You know what I mean? I just give me a pizza, let's throw it on the bed, let's watch TV. Like I'm not like knife and fork and fancy, get up for it. But dude, I think I used the pisser probably about 20 times, bro. And she caught on after like the 7th time. She's like, dude, are you okay? Like, you keep getting up using the restroom. I'm like, yeah, my stomach's just upset. Like, I'm okay. Like, it's all good, trying to think of something. And, and her dad and her whole family was there. And they come in, and I was trying to surprise her, and they were on top of the incline at Mount Washington. and her dad's just walking around, and she's like, "Hey, I think I saw my dad. Is he here?" And I'm like, why would your dad be here? And I'm like, 1 second, I got to go use the restroom for the 17th time. And I'm calling my mom, and I'm like, you tell her dad to get in the room and stay put and stop like moving, because she just saw him. But I was like, man, I was like, everybody was there. So we walked over there, and everybody was there. And then she's just kind of like looking around, like, why are you guys all here? And I'm just sitting there like, oh, should I do it? Should I not? You know what I mean? Like, just nerve wracking, man. It's just natural.
It is nerve-wracking.
So that's cool. I mean, I knew she was going to say yes, and you knew Lucy was going to say yes.
Yeah, like,
and
but
Dean knew Lex was going to say yes, but it doesn't matter, yeah. And Duper knows that Bella will say yes, but, you know.
That's the thing, too. Like, 'cause on that, if you watch the video, on that dock where I was at, another person we were with caught a fish, and he got him right in the gill. And there was just blood everywhere.
Oh,
so
my God.
if you see me kneeling, I'm like trying to avoid the blood.
Oh my!
And
goodness.
then in my head, I'm like, Ian, if you drop this ring in this effing lake, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, you're screwed. So I was just gonna concentrate, and I was like, oh god, here we go. It's doing it.
It's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the most nerve wracking things I've done. Just being in the moment, like exactly like you guys said, knowing that she's going to say yes.
Yeah.
But it's still nerve wracking. But I might as well tell mine since you guys told yours.
Tell.
But I forget exactly why I didn't do it earlier in the day, like off the top of my head. But so we were sitting in a hotel room. We were at the beach, and went to Ocean City. And the trip started out shitty because I got a fucking flat tire on the way there. You know, per usual. I have shitty luck with fucking cars. But and I knew I was gonna do it on the vacation. Like I told her mom. I told my mom. Her family knew. I obviously went and I asked her dad for permission and stuff like that and his blessing and stuff. So they knew. And I texted her mom beforehand. I said, well, I'm going to do it here in probably, whatever time. And so we were sitting in our hotel room and I pulled some bullshit excuse. I was like, well, we didn't get to get any pictures or something at the beach today. So let's go down to the beach, and because it was towards the night and there was like nobody out there, so like they had the lifeguard stands up still, and I was like, well, let's just go down there and we'll set like our phone up on the lifeguard stand and we'll just take a couple pictures with the beach and like the water behind us. So we're standing on there, we took a couple pictures, whatever, and at this point my heart's just because it's like I'm about to do it and I'm wigging inside. So then I walk over, and she's always told me, she's like, if you like, I want to record it. So I go over to my phone, I go on video, and like I still have the video on my phone. And I think she posted some of it. I can't remember, but I know she sent it to a couple people too. And I started it, and like you can see me like pondering, like just walking in circles for the first like couple of minutes, like the minute or so of the video, because I'm thinking like, how am I gonna do this? Like, when's the perfect time to do it? So then I just walked up to her and I started talking to her, and then as soon as I started talking to her, tears immediately. Like, it was just one of the things like, fuck. Like, I don't want to sound like all like cryy while I'm trying to tell her, how I feel about her, and and so then I finally did it. And like as I'm on my knee, I look over at the camera to make sure that we're in the camera, and you can see me physically move her over towards the camera because we weren't in it fully.
That's funny.
And then I did it, and then we stood up and kissed her, whatever. And then as we were kissing, the fucking lifeguards start coming towards us to get the stand. And of course at the time people are starting to walk by, and I'm not a person that likes the center of attention. I can't stand that. So there's people watching me do it, and I'm like, of course. But yeah, it was pretty cool to be able to do that, and especially in the situation we had.
Okay, for sure.
But I don't know how I kept it hidden from her on the vacation, because I mean, it was pretty much right in my suitcase, So, and it's hard to tell to like wear like dressier shorts, I'm talking about, like the kind of like the tighter, like, you know what I mean, like
because you can see what's in the pockets.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had my hand in my pocket the entire time, like just holding it like this, like the box. And I'm like, Jesus, I hope she doesn't see it.
I was fortunate enough to have put mine in my sock. I had like the crew socks on, so I just threw it right against my ankle, and my like pants were like flary enough at the bottom to where like you couldn't see it. But
Right.
That's smart, yeah.
Holy ho, that's funny.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying I had mine in the top of that backpack I was taking on our hikes.
Okay.
And the one day, like, I opened it to put like drinks and stuff in there. And I was like, oh, because you can see like the square box.
Right.
And I swear she saw it. So I was like, she's like, oh, what's that? I was like, oh, that's just a battery pack for my phone, just in case we get lost. We need to call people. And I just walked out of the room. I was like, shit. There's no way she believed that.
You blew
No way.
it. You blew it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's funny. That's funny. I think we've asked this question before, but I want to ask you guys, especially just the conversation topic. What would you say is the best advice that you've learned over the years of being with your significant other that makes a relationship strong and has a steady foundation built upon it?
Communication.
Yep,
Communication.
I agree.
Before I got with Alexis, I was fucking god awful at communication, and she'll tell you, straight up, like I was bad at it. Like I was always the type, and I still kind of am at times. Like I don't think I'm as bad as I was before, but like if I'm pissed off or something's bothering me, I'm quiet. I don't say a word. I keep to myself, and then I let the things build up, and then I explode whenever it gets to my breaking point. And that's one thing that she's helped me get better at is communication. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I still do it. I don't, let it bother me as much, like as long, I guess, to where I don't blow up.
Right.
But she'll nitpick at me trying to get me to tell her what's wrong or whatever, and then eventually I will, but it's not anything like it used to be when it came to that. But yeah, obviously it's communication for me, because communication is definitely key.
I got you. 100%. What about you, Ian?
Oh, first of all, communication and I don't mix. Dustin will tell you firsthand that I don't ever text back.
He's horrible.
Ever.
Yeah. Hey, I can't confirm.
Yeah.
Horrible.
He will text Lucy just to tell her to text me.
I can't confirm. I do that too.
Yeah. So it's I mean, that's multiple people too. It's not just like for you guys or anything. It's like Chance will get pissed at me and stuff because I'm just bad at that. So I don't think that's ever going to change though. I just try to be as transparent as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say like just two different sayings for this. The biggest one is when you guys argue, it's not you guys versus each other. It's you guys versus the problem, and that's the best thing you could possibly say because then you're not being.
Run that rap back one more time.
It's not me versus you. Yeah, it's not me versus you. It's us versus the problem.
That's good.
That's good.
So like it's more of a common ground thing that way instead of looking at each other and being like, oh, it's let's
it's
be
your fault or your fault.
Yeah, because it's just going to keep going on. You're just going to go to bed mad at each other every night. Like that's just stupid. Yeah. Plus, life's too short. Clearly, since all the we're at an age now where all of the different things are happening. The other good thing is like you're always worried about what other people think. How do I say this? Honeybees don't bother telling flies that honey tastes better than shit. You know what I mean?
Honeybees don't bother
telling flies that honey tastes better than shit. You can keep talking all the shit you want. I don't care.
Right.
Honey's sweet, right?
Honey is sweet.
Best thing you could possibly say. I'm like Confucius right now. I'm spitting like.
Hey, spit that shit.
Spit that shit. So those are the two things I would probably say. Yeah, because like if you're worried about what people are saying and everything, who cares? If you're happy, you're happy.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. That's clutch. That's good. I love it. Duper. What about you, brother? I know you said you joined with you agree.
I really just agree with D-Money. He kind of described the way I am about just kind of letting shit build up and then exploding after a certain point. And I think she's kind of taught me to like, you can talk about how you're feeling or what you're going through instead of just being a fucking robot and like closing off. So
yeah,
I think that's the biggest one for me.
For sure.
Twinsies.
We're guys,
We're guys, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that something that I try to focus on and that's worked for us. I mean, obviously everything that everybody said. I mean, those are very important. I look at it as a couple different things. So, they say happy wife, happy life. I think it's happy spouse, happy house. I think that's a great thing we have to build upon. And then a lot of people say it's the 50-50 rule. it's not the 50-50 rule. It's the 100-100 rule. You know, if you're only giving 50% and relying on your partner to give the other 50, and your partner has an off day and they can only give 10% that day or 25% that day, you're only operating, you know, anywhere from 60 to 75%. And so that's when problems happen, and those small problems turn into big problems because, you know, people aren't, you know, you're not going to operate at 100% every day. I mean, it's just natural. It's just human nature. So I think, oh, hey, Alexis.
I was going to bring that up because we just talked about that not that long ago.
Lex said, I was just typing that, Ty. Hey, we love it. So,
yes.
but yeah, so the 100-100, I think that it's really important because, you know, you're going to have to pick up that slack, and that's just, you know, that's just part of a relationship. It's teamwork. Like you said, it's not me versus you, it's us versus the problem. And so if we're not giving 100% each day, then the problem's going to overcome and overtake us. So, you know, that's
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it. That's all I had. No, that's it.
Okay, but to expand on that, you know, everyone's going to have bad days. So don't take it as if, you know, you can't have a bad day, this, that, the other. Now, the way that, you know, me and Alexis talked about it was, you know, one day if I come home from work and I had a really bad fucking day and I can only give like 20%, you know, your significant other should help with that, you know, that last 80% and try to bring you back up and get you over that rut that you're in, and vice versa. So like if, say, you know, your guys' misses were having a shitty day and they were just in a bad mood, and like, you know, and this is something I'm horrible at too, give them, you know, the attention that they deserve, and, you know, give them the love that they need to feel to get them back, you know, out of that. And I know Alexis, you know, give that woman a hug, just a big fucking hug, and she'll feel so much better about everything. And I've been bad at that for a long time, but, you know.
Now, do you think that's just because you have a hard time picking up on her love language because you're trying to focus on your love language, in the sense of like she might love the hugs and that's part of her love language, but like I don't know if you're like me, but like when I've had a stressful or shitty day, I don't need a hug. I just want to go off and be on my own for a few minutes, you know, to decompress. So I think that's where it's a fault, where, you know, I can't recognize why I like that, absolutely. So maybe she needs to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. And we've actually had the conversation too, like, I forget how the hell it's worded. Like, basically, what kind of lover you are. Like, how do you show your love?
Yeah, your love. Yeah.
Your love, is that the love language? Is that your okay?
Yeah.
So mine is, we've come to realize that I am the type that shows my love through doing things for said person.
Actions.
Yes.
I'm the same way. Hey,
if she asks me to do something, I'm doing it immediately. I'm really bad at, like, you know, like the cuddling and
acts
of
service.
That kind of stuff.
There it is. Yeah.
Acts of service. Yes. So, but yeah, I'm really good at the acts of service, and I'm really, really bad at, you know, sitting down and hanging out like for a long, long period of time. I mean, don't get me wrong, we'll have conversations and stuff, but sometimes we're not just, you know, like next to each other,
right,
sitting right next to each other having the conversation. Like, we might be across from each other, but we're still having the conversations and, you know, stuff like that. But that is something I need to get better at, and I know that, you know, I know that, and I put a lot of blame on myself a lot of the time because I try to put everyone before myself. I've always been that way. So, like, I know if, like, I'll use Maverick for an example. If he's having a bad day, like, I want to go help him. Like, if me and him are having a bad day at the same time, it's like I want to help that person more than I care about how I feel about my day. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
that's just how I've always been. And there's just a lot of shit that's been on my mind in the last, you know, probably year and a half, just about life in general, because a lot of the shit, it's just fucking hard right now. You know what I mean? So, but hey, we're bouncing back, baby.
Bouncing
back. Love to hear it.
Hey,
we're on the come up.
Had to come up. Hey, comeback legendary. Some would
comeback
say.
Season. Comeback season.
It's also psychology for you, though, Dustin, and like for a lot of other people, to understand the feeling of something and then to kind of portray it, something nice to somebody else, and making them happy makes you happy in turn, because you're like, I feel that before, and like, I don't want that, you know. So like, I get that. Like, I was taken from that. I'm not the nicest guy all the time, so And it's not because I.
Don't say you're not the nicest guy, because you are. You're just very blunt and to the point, and you'll tell someone exactly how it is.
It's just it is what you get. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna be a split tongue.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So
Nothing wrong with that at all. So don't think there is.
No, not at all. Not at all. We love it. We love it. Hey, we love the answers though. I mean, those are really good answers, and I appreciate you guys sharing that. I think I think we need to switch over, and we've been talking about some stuff, doing some introduction stuff. I know the boys are itching to talk football, so
Oh yeah.
I want to start with Duper because his game was first on Friday night. So Duper, let's recap it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and start with I'll let you start with what you want. The cons or the pros? I mean, what do we need?
Well, I'm not even gonna really do it like that. I'm gonna just. I mean, there's a couple new faces on the team. The biggest one I think is Josh Jacobs, and I think he had a really tough time getting into a groove and getting a start. In the first half, he looked like a fucking bum, just to be blunt about it. But the second half, he looked a little bit better, and the run game got going. Jordan Love looked okay. He couldn't really get into a groove either. Also, that field was horrible. I'm surprised there weren't 30 torn ACLs by the end of the game. Dudes were just slipping left and right. But Jordan Love looked okay. The receivers were okay. There's a couple drops. Romeo Dubs had a couple drops. Christian Watson, I think, had one big one in the end zone. Defense looked decent. I mean, they gave up 34 points, so I don't know how good that is. But
Playing Philly too. Don't forget.
yeah, AJ Brown ate us the whole game, and he's a dog. Can't stand playing him. Hope we don't have to do it again for a while. And defense was all right. I think it'll get better as the year goes on. New defensive coordinator, so new system and everything, but I got a lot of dogs on the defense, and and the biggest thing was Jordan Love getting hurt, which by the time he got hurt, I wasn't even watching. There was because the Eagles were about to get a touchdown, I think we held them to a field goal. I was like, all right, I got to wake up at 6 in the morning to go to work, so I'm going to just go to bed. So I wake up at 6, and I didn't hear about his injury till that morning.
Oh, man.
I wake up at 6, check my phone, and everyone's freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And they're talking about torn ACL. I'm like, there it is.
Hey,
the year's over.
Hey, and I know Duper went into work ready to punch an old head in the forehead.
So. I was ready. Yeah, I was ready. I was like, if somebody looks at me the wrong way, I'm gonna just snap. Today's the day I'm gonna snap. But thankfully, just an MCL sprain. They're saying 3 to 6 weeks was the first thing I saw, but then they're saying 2 to 4 even. And I think it just kind of depends if we lose the Colts, and then if we lose the week after. I think we play the Titans the week after. Then he might try to come back early. So,
yeah.
But overall, the game against the Eagles was decent. Like I said, we had 400 yards of offense and scored 29 points. And we didn't really look that great. So I think once everything is clicking and everyone gets comfortable, we'll be 16-1 probably by the end of the year. So
hey, you can't judge the season off week 1. So
no, you can't.
So.
You can't unless you're the Bears or the Browns or someone shitty like that, or the Panthers.
Oh,
so
yeah, Bears want to know.
Yeah, fuck the Bears. Caleb Williams sucks.
There it is.
The Titans lost that game. The Bears did not win that game. Titans gave that game away.
Oh yeah, they threw it away. There was a lot of defensive touchdowns and shit.
Yeah.
But Duper, let me ask you: are you cool with Malik Willis, or should you guys go and try to find somebody else?
Ryan Tannehill.
I wouldn't mind Ryan Tannehill, but I think if Jordan Love can come back in 2 weeks, I think you just roll with Malik Willis and hope that you can try to win at least one game with him.
I think the problem will be is if he struggles throwing the ball, you're going to have to feed Josh Jacobs, and people are going to start loading the box up, and it's going to be hard to get anything going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe me. I wish we didn't have to play Malik Willis and Jordan Love was 100%, but because there was reports saying that they reached out to Tannehill, and then I saw reports saying that they didn't even reach out to him. So I don't know what the hell's going on. with that, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. Get a veteran in there that can at least throw the ball down the field because I don't think Malik Willis is that guy. So
Yeah, I remember that draft very well.
yeah,
That draft was so bad.
Best quarterback draft of all time, huh?
Brock Purdy, probably the best one of that draft.
that was the
pick
KP
in the
draft.
draft.
Yeah.
That was the Kenny Pickett draft, wasn't it?
Unfortunately.
Kenny Pickett. I saw him sitting on the sideline with his beautiful hair that he got.
Yeah, fuck him in his small hands.
Yeah. But my last thing I'll just say about that game, never go back to Brazil, bro. There's a lot, like, I could rip that stadium even more and say some heinous shit probably, but I'm not going to do it on the pod, bro.
They'll get your IP address. They'll be showing up ready
I'm
to
not
rock and roll
gonna-
with you. So
From what I read, the problem is it's a soccer field.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to have,
Right.
that heavy of people, and that much
Mhm.
weight trying to cut on
And
a
those
soccer
real
field.
athletes. They're not
You
supposed to
look
have
at-
real athletes on there.
You look at soccer players and they're usually just like shredded and skinny and fast.
yeah, for real.
You got a dude like fucking Jalen Carter coming at you. That is a big human. You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
but yeah, I don't. If they go back, they should definitely think about maybe returfing the field beforehand and put in like an actual NFL turf,
Yeah.
possibly, or yeah, I don't know, but I think
I will say they packed that stadium out
oh
though.
yeah,
The revenue from that had to be crazy.
oh yeah, absolutely.
You know?
That's why they're doing it.
Oh
They want
yeah,
the fans
definitely.
everywhere else that watch the NFL to get an experience of it.
Hmm.
I think aren't they? They're going to Germany. They're going to Munich.
Yeah.
Munich
they
here,
Germany, yeah.
When's that? Is that early in the season or towards the middle-ish?
Middle, I want to
I think
say.
it's November, right?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I think it's November, and I think it's the fucking Giants and the Panthers.
Yikes.
That's
crazy.
horrible.
That's a tough game to watch.
Yeah. So November 10th, Giants
what I
versus
thought
the
I saw.
Panthers. Yeah.
That's what I thought I saw. But
Nice.
yeah,
All right. Well, let's bounce over to the other game today. Atlanta versus Pittsburgh. Boys, how do we feel about that one? Did we like
Well,
what we saw? I mean, Boswell, hey, shout him out.
Defensively, I loved it.
defensively, we
Defensively.
dominated defensively. We held Atlanta 53 yards in the second half.
TJ Watt had rabies today. Like
He had two strip sacks.
Rabies.
He had two strip sacks, and they both got called back for penalties. Like they
Yeah.
both got
See that,
negated
yeah.
for penalties.
Yeah.
And the one they gave him for offsides, and he was not offsides at all. He
It was
timed
a-
that
it was-
snap perfectly,
pretty decently timed, yeah.
perfectly. And you had two new Steelers have interceptions. Deshaun Elliott, who we brought in from Miami, he's a strong safety, and he's finally letting Minka kind of hang back and like let Minka play the Minka ball he knows how to play. My goat. But
My king.
then you had Dante Jackson, who we traded Deontay Johnson for, had a pick today. He should
Should
have
have
two.
two. Yep.
I dropped
two.
the first one, yeah.
That first one, he just tried to catch it like this,
Smacked him in his
and it
face.
smacked him in the face. Yes,
Woody?
Woody.
Yeah.
Yes, Pittsburgh secondary is finally somewhat reliable. Yes, it is. Joey Porter locked Drake London down to 15 yards on 2 catches on 3 targets. I mean, we even shut Bijan down. Bijan is a fucking freak of nature.
And they fed him today, too, yeah.
Yeah. He had like almost 20 carries for like 64 yards, and they threw a bunch of passes to him. I mean,
Yeah.
fantasy-wise, I think he had like 16, 17 points, which that's a good game. You think, oh shit, they put up some numbers. No, they didn't. That touchdown that Atlanta scored.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. The play before was when TJ had that strip sack, and they negated it, and then he got held the next play, and they threw a touchdown. So that was cool, but whatever. Chris Boswell, my goat,
Wizard of Oz.
fucking 6 for 6. He had 3 50-yard field goals. I mean, that's got to be almost a 20-pointer in fantasy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Insane. That is nuts.
Wow.
He's crazy. Now obviously we love the defense. We love Boz. Our punter Cam Johnson probably done for the year.
I hate
Yeah,
that so much.
Did you see that fucking hit? Did you see his
Yeah.
knee?
Yeah,
That
not
hurt
great.
me after I saw it. But yeah, so that's gonna suck. So hey, Brad Wing, get on the phone, baby. Let's bring the tatted up guy. Where's he from?
Australia, mate.
Australia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks so much.
Yeah, he's from over yonder.
Down under.
But
Bro, hit
he's
that
been
shit.
good when we bring him in. So I wouldn't be mad about that at all. Now Ian, we got to talk about the offense. I mean,
Yeah.
how we feeling about the offense? I'm not. I'll give you my input first since I'm already talking, but I'm not mad about it because we didn't turn the ball over.
Right.
Najee had a good game. I think he ran the ball very, very hard. I think he had like 20 for 70 or something like that. He ran AJ Terrell right the fuck over.
Yeah. Yeah.
He ran the ball hard, and that's what I like to see. He had a big
He
run
kept
towards
going.
the end of the game.
He
Oh,
kept going
dude,
like
that
this.
hurdle, he barely, dude, that'd have been sick. But that OPI on Pickens,
Yeah. It was a
Oh
good
yeah,
catch
that's
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
he barely extended his arms, and they called OPI.
Yeah.
And then did you see the one where he got ruled down after he got back up?
Yeah.
He wasn't touched.
Yeah.
He wasn't touched at all. I just saw the video of it, which is nuts, you know. But I feel like as if so. Dickey was in Cleveland today. He went to the Cleveland Dallas game. He's got season tickets for Cleveland.
Feel bad for him for today. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
kept telling me I'm gonna kill myself. He kept texting me, and before he actually walked over to the stadium. He was in the hotel with his brother, and then I would assume probably future brother-in-law. Um, and he was texting me. He's like, I feel, oh, bro,
Well, he scared me with that.
boo.
Spooky.
But he texted me and said he felt as if Pittsburgh wasn't opening up their playbook. Did you feel that way? Like I felt like they were holding back a lot.
I think that because Justin Fields mainly got second team reps most of the offseason or most of the mini camps and stuff, like just him just being thrown, hey, you know what? Russ was the starter, but guess what? You're starting today.
Yeah.
To me, it was like that's kind of what we were seeing with it. I think that Justin Fields can be a little bit better. I do enjoy the fact that he ran for so many. You know, it's nice to see like the mobility that we never really see in Pittsburgh
Right.
because
Yeah.
Ben ran, but it wasn't pretty. You know,
Ben used to run. We used to call him Crazy Legs.
yeah, he would extend the play for a little bit and just make something out of it. But like to be able to do that, and Fields was very efficient. He didn't, like I said, didn't turn the ball over.
Turn the ball over. Yep.
I just look at it. I like how he fed Moose more. Pickens is clearly the number one dude. He's clearly a stud.
Absolutely.
We do need somebody on that other side. I don't care. I just don't. I don't know if Calvin Austin is that guy or Van Jefferson is that guy. You know, I look at it as like Calvin Austin being the kick returner, but I don't look at it as the second receiver. You know,
Yes.
like
yeah. I mean, I could see Calvin Austin in the slot running down the
Yeah.
seams with his speed, but as the thing is Van Jefferson's fast too. He's just not a number two.
no.
So, but like you were saying with Fields, I like having that athleticism. I like having that option. You know, oh shit, got no one in the backfield. I got guys like collapsing on me. I don't got anybody open downfield. I can take off.
Right.
Like I like that. I was getting real frustrated at first because they kept throwing that they didn't like. So what he says right here, Pittsburgh is never going to go far, even make the playoffs if they don't attack downfield. That is 100% the truth.
Yep.
When they threw the ball downfield, Pickens made plays.
Yep.
You have to throw the ball down the field. You have to attack the middle of the field. You saw how many times did Pickens last year with the quarterback situation we had. He runs a slant and he's gone because he's so much faster than everybody else. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Shout out Rudolph.
yeah, Mason.
Shout him out.
Side note, I was the biggest Mason Rudolph hater of all time until he played against Cleveland. I think it was Ben's last year before the playoff game. He actually played well, and I respected him from that point on. So I salute him for his service for the last couple games of last year. Um, but so let me ask you this now, since we talked about Fields and attacking down the middle of the field and whatever. But Russ comes back next week.
Mm-hmm.
He plays like shit. You go back to Fields?
100%.
You have to.
100%. I like what who said this? I think it was Bill Cowher. He said that like when they were deciding on who to start after preseason, it's better to start Russ, especially next week against Denver. Okay, that's that old team that he just played on.
Yeah.
You want to start him because he's a veteran. He's been there before. If you have to pull him out, it's not going to hurt him as bad as it's going to hurt Fields if you do that to him. So if you start Fields next week and he's not doing that well, you're out of there, dude. How do you start him the rest of the season? Exactly. And like everybody always says, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. You don't have one. Like, I like having both of them just in case one of them does go down for any reason because it's like that blanket. I think you do go with Russell next week and just see. And then after that, you're just like, all right, like it's the young dude's turn, I also have a guy that comes into my store that lives around here. I don't think he wants me to say his name, but he used to play in the NFL. He played under Don Shula with the Dolphins. He lives in Wintersville. He comes around. He told me that a really good sign to like an Achilles rupture is a calf injury that will not go away and will not heal. He says, mark my words, I think that's going to happen to Russell Wilson. He thinks his Achilles is going to go. Mm. And I was like, well, I mean, if I'm going to take anybody's word for it, it's going to be yours. You play at the highest level, so I hope not, but...
Yeah. Woody said, QB situation definitely needs to be sorted out as soon as humanly possible. I also agree. Yeah. You can't be doing this like kind of how Mitch and Kenny played that first year with Kenny.
Yeah, because how do you build a chemistry? Yeah, like right. You just...
Right. Obviously, you see that Fields and Pickens have a chemistry. They've known each other forever. They have that thing. They can deliver.
Right.
I with the whole when the whole Mitch and Kenny thing was, so like when they signed Mitch, I was fine with that. I was like, he's gonna be that bridge quarterback that kind of just comes in, just wins games, like just kind of keeps us. Doesn't well, we were wrong clearly. And then they were pushing for Kenny. They were pushing for Kenny. Like anytime Mitch threw a pick, and I'm sure that destroyed his confidence. Hearing the fan base call for Kenny, and I'll admit it. And I at one point was trying to be a Kenny backer because I thought he was going to be our guy for the long haul. I didn't think they were actually going to bring someone else in. So like I was trying to be a fan of Kenny Pickett, but the more and more I watched him play, the more and more I got pissed off. The shit that he did drove me literally insane. So. But yes, Woody, I agree. They need to figure it out quick. But I don't know what's gonna happen. So like, if Russ comes out and throws 404 touchdowns next week, like he's obviously the guy. You know what I mean? He's going to have to start. You can't pull a dude if you go out and do that. He's the hot hand. You got to let him play. But like you said, if he goes out there and throws up a dud, that's it. Like I don't think they're going to waste their time, going back and forth. Like I think that at this point they'll either trade Russ to Green Bay or
what? No, we got Malik Willis, bro. We're cool.
No, but they'll either trade him, like give him an option to go find a trade, or he might just stay and be that veteran guy for Justin.
I love how involved he was today. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's Russ though. Like I've always known of Russ to be a really good dude, and like he gives a shit about the game.
Yeah, he was probably on the sideline. He's like, "Hey, Justin, yeah, let's ride. All right.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
I got a question for you, D-Money.
Yeah.
And Ian, I guess.
Yes.
So after he stunk it up in Denver, and he was like he was a little bit better last year in Denver, but for the most part, he really stunk it up. He stinks it up in Pittsburgh again. Do you how would he still think that he's a starter?
His
If
resume.
he still thinks he's a starter, then send him to
Probably,
the CFL.
honestly,
Well,
his resume. I don't
he
know.
had what 26 touchdowns and what 9 interceptions last year.
He had a good year.
I don't know if that's bad though. You know what I mean? Like, and how Sean Payton, who I can't stand by the way, it was like, oh, everything's Russ's fault. Blah 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 blah. Okay, well, what were your problems today? You know, like
Right.
Russ ain't there anymore. What was the problems today? Is it the fact that you, in my opinion, jumped to get Bo Nix in the 12th pick and you reached? That's what I think. You got preseason Bo Nix is what you got. That's what we got with Kenny Pickett. Oh my God, he's so great. And then regular season, what happens?
Right.
You know, not to kill that guy's reputation already. He's only been one game.
Right. Shout out Bo Nix, NFL
Yeah.
quarterback. I mean,
I
he's
believe.
still an NFL fucking quarterback. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But no, Duper, I think he's kind of dwindling down to the point. Maybe he's realizing,
Yeah,
I
got
might
it,
not
yeah.
get it. I might not have it no more.
Yeah.
You know. But I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he can still be a starter because of his resume. I mean, he's got a Super Bowl. He's been there twice. I mean, he's got a hell of a. Yeah, he's been to the playoffs many times. I mean, he almost pulled Denver into the playoffs last year. Like, he was very close to doing it.
Yeah,
So I mean,
they beat us last year, so
yeah. So
who did? No.
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, I think Fields look decent. I think he if he gets a little bit more comfortable, I think he could do, like Ian said, a lot more. He could do a lot
I agree
more.
too. And he wants to be a Steeler, and I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw his interview at the end of the game. He said he was, quote, definitely gassed to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Love it. Love that.
So I think that's cool.
That play that he did, that was like that play action where Pickens went up and like faked the out route, and like it was right before halftime, right? Whenever I was watching that, and then I can't remember who was one of the commentators at the time. He said that you can't do that unless you have an athletic quarterback. He's like, Russ probably couldn't do that. You know, like Justin Fields made that play happen to Pickens because Pickens got open, but in order to extend that like that, he's like, Russ wasn't going to do that. You know, I'm like, okay, like Justin Fields can do it. It's just how do you get him to that level? You know, how do you get him to that comfort? And
Think about this though. So if you let Russ be that veteran leader from, his previous time, like in Seattle, for example, Russ could do that in Seattle. Russ was that guy in Seattle. He was a very good fucking quarterback in Seattle. So maybe he lets. Like I said, if Russ ends up dropping and he's the second guy and they end up starting Fields, if Russ throws a dud up next week, and Russ is cool with coming in and staying there and just being that veteran guy trying to help Justin figure out how to do things like that and get better at that. He's got a lot of potential to be very, very good if he can figure everything out.
Yeah, Coach T, I'm checking out, man.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say before we go on to whatever we're going to go on to next, I'll let Tyler or Tybo decide on that. Sorry for dropping your gov.
That's all right.
TDB.
Just don't do that again.
Did you guys see before the game started Jake Glazier telling us about the Brandon Ayuk situation?
I read a little bit about something else, but go ahead.
Okay, so the day that Ayuk signed his extension, the front office was on the phone with Pittsburgh trying to finalize the trade for Ayuk to come to Pittsburgh. Brandon Ayuk showed up early to the facilities and got a hold of Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan at that point started to try to call the front office to get a hold of him, saying, hey, hold off on these. So he, I guess, ran from where he was to the front office to tell them, hey, hold off on that trade, this, that, the other. went downstairs, had that big meeting with Ayuk for, I think he said like 2 hours. They said, listen, you're either going to Pittsburgh or you're signing the deal we already had on the table. And he signed the deal they had on the table. So it was literally that fucking close for us having him.
I also I read something on Sports Illustrated. I mean, I don't know how good the source was. They said that they basically weren't going to offer him more money than they were paying T.J. Watt. That was one of the deciding factors in Pittsburgh as well.
Okay.
And I was like, I mean, I don't disagree. You know,
Right.
like that's crazy that it was that close.
Yeah, that's nuts.
The con artist doesn't mess around.
No, he does not. Everybody was giving him shit, saying, "Oh, he couldn't get it done. He couldn't get it done. He had it done." Ayuk decided to stay.
Yeah,
That's crazy. It's nuts.
All right, Tabo,
Oh, say, all right.
we're good now.
Hey, I just stay out of it. I'll let you guys
Go
go.
Colts, right? Right, Lex? Go Colts.
Yeah. Hey,
On
Richardson,
next
hell
week.
of a game today. Hell of a game today.
yeah, he stays healthy. He's a stud. Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you see that first touchdown pass?
yeah, nasty.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a Pierce, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and knock out a nice blind ranks because it's been a minute since we've done one. So we're going to knock that out, and then we'll hop into Go Colts. Yeah, shout out, Lex. Go Colts. But then we'll do the nice blind ranks, and then we'll hop into nice draft picks, and then we'll do our top 5. So,
Sounds good.
all right. And real quick, so I feel shitty because last week we scrambled with our top 5 list to get it done. That alert popped up again. It's just because on the studio side of things, I'm not messing with it. Like, I'm looking at the analytics as we're doing the EP and stuff, but it, like, after an hour, it gives you an alert, and that makes it like an inactivity check. So if you don't, like, answer the security question, that's what causes it to end. I thought that it automatically ended, so.
Okay.
So we didn't
That
have
makes
to,
sense.
yeah. So that's, yeah. So anyway,
Nice,
we're,
dude. Come
yeah,
on.
you know, rookie mistake. Hey, can you blame me? But we got 5 spots here, obviously as normal. And today's category, we're gonna roll with the sports train, NFL quarterbacks.
Ooh. Okay.
So rank your 5. My dog's getting, what is he? Hey, yo, family friendly, bro. What are you doing back there?
Bro got his shit out on camera.
On camera. Hey, what's up with it? Oh shit! All right, here we go.
Ian, you know how this works?
You want to refresh me real quick so I don't mess up?
Basically,
Yeah, go ahead.
he's going to name off random quarterbacks, and you're going to blind rank them, not knowing what the
Okay.
next one is.
Yeah.
gonna-
Okay.
Yep. One
Yeah.
through
Got you.
5. Yep.
I'm gonna write this down real quick, and then we're just gonna go off of it.
Let's do it.
I love these so much. All right.
Here we go. All right. First one we got C.J. Stroud.
So, do you know if it's active quarterbacks?
I have no idea.
You haven't seen it?
No.
I'm putting him at 4.
Crazy.
There's easily 3 guys I'll put in front of him, bro. Easily.
I'm
But are
putting
you
him.
going to get those 3 guys?
That's the thing.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so. Or I'm gonna look like an asshole.
Hope so.
I hope so. I'm gonna put him at 3.
I'm putting him at 3 as well.
I'm going to put him at 2.
I was thinking that, D. I was thinking that, but I like Duper's philosophy on it. I'm gonna put him at 3, hoping for 2
Yeah,
more
but
guys.
like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get,
Yeah.
you know.
I'd be happy with him at 2. I mean, but I'm happy with him at 3.
Right.
All right, next one we got. Oh wow, Jared Goff.
Ooh. I'm cool with him at 3.
Dude's good.
I'm gonna have to go 4.
No, I'm going to go 4.
I'm putting him at 4 too. Yeah.
Nice, Ian. Just coffee me, bro. Oh shit, that's funny. What you got him at, Dupe?
I got him at 5.
5. So you
Yeah, I
got your
can't
4
put
and
him
5
above
out the way.
Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
no.
can't put him above Stroud.
Would you put him at 4, D?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see who we got next. Oh, hey, Knicks.
Bo Nix,
Mhm.
5.
That's easy.
Oh hey.
Hey,
No Bo Nix slander, but
I'm gonna put him
played
at
one
5.
game, brother.
Yeah, I'm putting him at 5.
Yeah, I
got
mean
him at
with what
3.
with what we got so far.
Yeah,
see?
compared to the list. Yeah.
See, Duper, you put CJ Stroud at 4.
Yeah,
now
I
you
look
got
like
Bo
an
Nix
asshole
in
now.
front of him.
Sounds like an asshole now. Oh my God, Derek Carr.
Wow, that's this is going really well.
Not going number 1. You gotta go number 2
Balling
for
out
me.
today.
He did.
Yeah. I'm gonna put
I
him
don't
at 2
think he's
though.
better. I don't think he's better than Goff, but I'm not putting him at 1.
No.
All right. So that
Moving
leaves
on.
number 1 for me. Who's it got for you, D?
Number 1.
And you got
I got number 1 as well.
number 1.
Number
We all got
one.
number 1. Hey, who we
Hey.
taking? Who we taking? Number 1.
Jordan
Give me
Love, come on.
Mahomes.
Jordan Love, come on.
Dak Prescott.
Okay,
Highest
listen.
paid
Out
player
of the
in NFL
5
history.
that we got, I'm not that mad at that.
I'm not either.
No, I'm not.
I think I would prefer C.J. Stroud, but like I'm not mad that he's there. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know how I said there was 3 guys I'd put above Stroud? Didn't get a single one of them.
Didn't get a single one of them. Love that. Love that. That's funny.
So Dak, C.J. Stroud, Carr, Goff, and Bo Nix.
Ian, run your list down because me and you have the same one.
I got Dak, Derek Carr, C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff, Bo Nix.
Hey, shout him out. I like that list, though. I like that order. I like
That
that
was a
order.
good one.
I like Dustin's. I think the most right now. I think C.J. Stroud 2 was the perfect spot.
No,
for him.
I think I would agree with that. Duper.
All right, we got Dak, Derek Carr, Bo Nix, C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff.
Nice. Love that.
Stupid, bro.
Stupid.
I hope that pans
Big
out for the
idiot.
future.
Yeah, really.
Straight up big idiot.
Big idiot. All right, so I already gave Ian the breakdown on nice draft picks, how that works. So I've already got his positions given to him, and I told him that it's a random on the wheel. And yeah, so if you want to rock that wheel out for us and hope that we don't repeat teams, we might just have to rock with what we get, honestly.
I think we just rock with what we get.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Unless it's like what we did last week.
Do you want to do it differently to where
When did Lex
we
say
just
that?
go down the line and then we just all pick from the same team? Like we used to do when we first started, or do you want to keep doing it like we have been?
I think we do different teams.
That's what I like, different teams, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll give Ian the first team, since he obviously hasn't had a team yet.
Shit.
He said shit.
Houston Texans.
Oh,
There you go, C.J. Stroud
there you go.
So it can be like all time though.
All time.
Yes,
Yep.
of all time.
Yeah.
Tom Savage.
Okay.
Tom Savage.
All
There
right,
you
and
go.
so just hold on. So we're gonna go straight. We're gonna go right down the list. So after I give all of us our teams, we're just gonna go quarterback. You got quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, defensive player, head coach. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then we're gonna just go one position at a time, each of us.
So we're not
So
doing
Ian's-
the 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers.
Well,
like
yeah.
this?
So we'll
Or
do
you- that's what you
quarterback,
mean.
and then we
Okay.
give both running backs and then both receivers, just to kind of make it quicker. But yeah.
Let's do
So
it.
Habbo or Duper, who you want? Which one you guys want next spin?
Go Dupe.
Dupe. All right.
I'll give it to
There's
Dupe.
only one team I want, bro. I never get them.
You ever had the Titans?
Nope.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, give me Pittsburgh. I feel it.
Close.
Yeah.
You ever do the Ravens?
Ooh, no. Ooh. Okay.
All right. Let's
All
see
right.
what I get here.
Ooh, that's gonna. Damn.
I got
All
the
right, I'm
Titans, so
jumping
I
the
got to
gun.
respin.
If you want them, you can have them, bro.
Nope. Good.
I won't take it personal.
Denver Broncos. I don't think I've
Bo
had them
Nix.
yet.
Bo Nix.
That's
Bo
the
Nix.
first thing I thought of. All right. Ian, give us your quarterback.
C.J. Stroud.
Sure you don't want David Carr?
I'm like, Matt Schaub, actually. No, C.J. Stroud.
Like it. I like it.
All right, my quarterback, I got Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
You didn't want Will Levis?
Nope.
Warren Moon.
Nope. Marcus
Warren Moon.
Mariota.
Marcus Mariota. Hey, give me footsteps. I'm taking him over.
That's-
I'm taking him over Lamar.
That's
Flacco?
that's cool, bro. I think I did that when I drafted the Ravens.
Did you? Oh, you had the Ravens?
Yeah, I'm
you?
pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Nice. Nah, give me Flacco, man. Hey,
Look
like
at-
you
look
said,
at
like you
Lex's
said.
comment.
Steve McNair. Oh shit.
That's a good one. Yeah,
That
that's
is
a good one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey. I'm gonna catch flack. Who you got, D?
Is it me?
Mm-hmm.
I got Peyton. Peyton Manning. I don't like Elway that much. And I know Alexis doesn't like him either. So
I love it. Ian, so you can go ahead and give us RB1 and RB2. No.
I'm struggling on RB2, but RB1's Arian Foster.
I just did Houston a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Don't forget they got Joe Mixon now.
Yeah. So my RB2 is either gonna. I'm gonna pick. I don't know who to pick. I'm gonna 32 names here. I gotta decide. I'm gonna go Joe Mixon or believe it or not, this guy was really good his first year out of college. Steve Slayton.
I think that's who I took.
At
You
WVU.
did. You
Slayton.
did. You did.
Yeah.
You did. You did.
You got David Johnson too.
Arizona maybe. Arizona
No
David
way.
Johnson.
I thought he was good in Houston, and then
I
Brian,
think
Brian
it was a
traded him.
terrible trade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Joe Mixon just because you picked Steve Slayton.
Because he went to Houston for DeAndre
Yeah.
Hopkins, and he was better in
Oh.
Arizona
Okay.
than Houston.
Yeah, I know Woody, but Peyton Manning, brother.
All right. And my RB1 is going to be Derrick Henry,
As
and
it
then
should
I give my RB2 as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on.
RB2, Chris Johnson.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you
That's
don't
a good
say,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't say Chris
That's
Johnson.
a dynamic duo right there.
Yeah, so that's tough. That's holy hell. Phew. Damn. Running back 1, give me McGahee, and running back 2, give me Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. I picked him too. I'm pretty sure.
Who was your other running back? You know.
I think at that time we only did one. I'm pretty sure. I think we only did
Yeah,
one.
because we only did one running back for a minute.
Yeah.
And we
Oh yeah,
added
that's
2.
right. Yeah, because it's been okay. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Ooh.
Okay, my turn, right?
Mhm.
My number 1 running back is Terrell Davis. Second, off the top of my head, I could think of Noshawn Moreno.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's who I
That's a name.
think of off the top of my head.
Clinton Dortis.
He was more Washington though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was a dog in Washington. I think he was good in Denver too. I just don't think he was like the Clinton Portis, like he was in Washington. Let me go. I'll go Noshawn.
I love it. And who we got? Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, brother.
Wide receiver
Jamal Lewis for
1.
Baltimore.
What's that?
That's a good one too. What he said, Jamal Lewis for Baltimore.
Oh yeah, he was nasty. Yeah, he was nasty
Yeah.
in Baltimore. I'm gonna go Andre Johnson, wide receiver 1,
Yep.
and D Hop, wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 1, I got AJ Brown. Wide receiver 2, I got Kenny Britt.
Oh, Kenny
It's
Britt.
an older name, yeah.
Hell yeah. Wide receiver 1, give me Torrey Smith. And then wide receiver 2, give me Derek Mason.
You're Mason, yeah.
Steve Smith.
Steve.
Steve Smith
that's
was a
good
dog
too.
in Baltimore. Our receiver 1 for me. I think I go Demaryius Thomas, right?
I mean, I think.
I am. Demaryius Thomas for sure. And then didn't fucking what's his face's dad play there? CMC's dad.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna go McCaffrey just because it's McCaffrey. His name Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah. Oh, man.
Tight end time, baby.
Tight end.
I literally do not know very many tight ends from Houston.
Only one. I think I went with Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz is who I just went with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Current tight end.
Give me Delaney Walker for my tight end.
Love that.
Yeah, he was good. He went on towards the end of his career. He got hot in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Started playing real well.
Give me Todd Heap.
That ain't a real person, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You made that name up.
Todd Heap, yeah.
He's real.
Hey, top 3 tight ends. Mark Andrews, Shannon Sharp, him on the list all time.
Well, speaking of Shannon Sharp, that's what I'm going with here.
You
Nice.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, defensive player, man. I'm torn on mine.
It's J.J. Watt for me, right? I mean,
That's what I went with.
That's who you went with. Yeah, you got to.
Yep. I got Jeffrey Simmons as my defensive player.
Nice, love that.
That's a real person, though.
Real person. I got you.
I went Keith Bullock.
All right, so there's 2 names that stick out for me. 2 names, but I'm gonna go with Ray Lewis.
Yeah. Ed Reed.
Ed Reed. That's the second one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lewis though. I got to.
I got Von Miller,
Yeah.
John Lynch, right? He played in Denver or did he play in Tampa?
John Lynch played in Tampa and Denver. I think he played in Denver too. I want to let you guys know you both could have picked an underrated linebacker, preferably Dustin's. Elvis Dumerville.
Oh, yeah.
You remember him?
He's a dog.
Dumerville.
I'm going Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn's the easy pick, yeah. Champ Bailey.
Oh,
Yeah, he's nasty. He's
yeah.
nasty.
I think I had Denver, and I think that's who I picked.
I think so, too.
I think so, yeah. All right, last but not least, the man who's head coach, leading the charge.
I'm going to Mecca Ryans.
That's what I did, too.
I think he's a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me Mike Vrabel.
Yep.
Head coach.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
I can't think of who the hell Denver's coaches have been.
I don't know. Give me Harbaugh.
See, Vic Fangio. Who else? That one. I don't even know who I was going to say, bro.
Nice. Nice.
Who was...
Gary Kubiak, I think, was one of them.
Yeah.
Brian Billick was a big one for Baltimore before Harbaugh.
Yeah, Brian Billick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
John Fox. Was he one?
John Fox, I think so.
I cheated, but I'm going to go Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan.
Oh, Shanahan, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, Ian, so just run your team down top to bottom.
Quarterback Stroud, running back 1 Arian Foster, RB2 Joe Mixon, wide receiver 1 Andre Johnson, wide receiver 2 D-Hop, tight end Dalton Schultz, defensive player J.J. Watt, head coach D'Amico Ryans.
Love it.
Good team.
Good team.
I got Mariota at quarterback, RB1 Derrick Henry, RB2 Chris Johnson, wide receiver 1 A.J. Brown, wide receiver 2 Kenny Britt, tight end Delaney Walker, defensive player Jeffrey Simmons, head coach Mike Vrabel. Vrabel. Got it.
Nice. Love it. Quarterback, footsteps Flacco, running back 1 McGahee, running back 2 Ray Rice, wide receiver 1 Torrey Smith,
Shout out Ray
receiver
Rice.
shout him out, wide receiver 2 Derek Mason, tight end Todd Heap, defensive player Ray Lewis, and head coach John Harbaugh.
Also a good team, but Flacco's not elite.
Hey,
Super Bowl champ.
Super Bowl champ, baby.
I don't care. QB for me, Peyton Manning.
Mhm.
RB1, Terrell Davis. RB2, no Sean Moreno.
Mhm.
Receiver 1, Demaryius Thomas, RIP.
R.I.P.
Receiver 2, Ed McCaffrey. Tight end, give me Shannon Sharp. My defensive player is Von Miller, and my head coach is Mike Shanahan.
I
I like it.
Hey, to everyone watching, leave your comments below. Let us know who's got the best team. Who with the weapons that we have, who has the best team out of us 4?
Not you.
Hi guys, it's Mimi. What's up, memes? Love. Is that your Mimi?
It has to be because she said so. She called me right after last week,
Yeah.
and she doesn't know how to change her username, so it's user with all them
Hey, what's up, Mimi?
numbers.
43465641445. Love you.
I mean,
I love that. All right, hey, D Money, pop off them analytics because boy, oh boy, did the numbers skyrocket.
yes, they did. Love you too, meme. All right,
Love you,
so
meme.
this week we had 73 votes, which
That's clutch.
let
That's
me go
money.
back to last week. And mine is not loading for me.
Nice.
Disregard.
It was in the
I think
50s.
we were 50, yeah, somewhere around there. So we had favorite TV show characters, favorite restaurants, favorite sports-related movies, favorite quotes, advice heard. Favorite TV show characters and favorite sports-related movies were pretty much neck and neck, but
they were.
TV show characters pulled it out, ended up taking 43% of the votes.
Damn.
So, yeah, we appreciate you guys voting on that and actually listening to my post and reacting to the actual post.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's supposed to get more interactions with people. Apparently, that's a rumor, something that I was going to say a rumor, something that I heard. So I'll probably continuously do that. And if you guys see the post, obviously just react to it with something other than just a like a heart or a laughing face or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. It just gets our numbers out there, and appreciate the ones that voted for us. I love seeing the numbers
Absolutely.
climb like that, and it's really just an awesome thing to look at and see. So,
also, before you say anything, Ty, I thought about this earlier, but make sure you guys pay attention to our polls because we do giveaways for like t-shirts,
mhm.
you know, the stuff that we have. We'll do another, random wheel spin, but like if you vote on it, we'll usually do that. I think the next time we do it's going to be the vote, and then comment on the post as well, and maybe share it so you can do all three of them. Literally takes 5 seconds of your fucking day, so it's not that hard. And you get something for free, which is dope. So I think that we've done 2 giveaways. I think
2 giveaways. I think the first one we did was a T-shirt, and then the second one was winner's choice. So
yes,
and we'll do winner's choice. So we have. Obviously, we got hats for the people that love hats. I got the black one with the brown leather patch. I think that's what D-Money's got on. This one is a limited edition, but for the camo fans out there, that one's dope. This is all get out.
I can't see that. Can you pull that back up?
Yeah, I got you.
shut. He's being an
No.
asshole.
I know he is. Hey, There, you see it this time? Third time's the charm, right?
I just saw some for Bill or something.
There we go. Yeah. And then we have a gray one too.
Yeah, and then as of right now, we have a t-shirt, long sleeve, or a t-shirt, crew neck, and a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
But
So.
we're going to hopefully here in the near future, now that I'm back to work, going to try to get long sleeves, different kinds of
Like
just not
colorways.
gray,
Yeah.
like color. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
You're good.
So
That's what I'm here
obviously
for.
we're still in talks about all that. So
For sure.
obviously when it happens, it'll be posted about. So just keep
Pay
in touch
attention
with
to it.
Facebook. They're the FF page
Nice. Good
and
enough.
the Discordia.
And it's free,
Yeah,
free.
it is. Yeah,
Free.
It is.
Free.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
The blue app and the little robot app.
There you go.
There it
There you
is.
go. There
There
you
it
go.
is. All right. Hey, with that being said, Ian, why don't you kick us off with your number 5 for TV show characters?
Oh, shoot. Number 5, I'm just going to throw it in there because it's nostalgic. I'm going to put Patrick Starr.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that. I was deciding when I was making a list if I should have done cartoon characters on there as well, but I did not. So, but I love the take. I love it. Duper, what you got number 5, brother?
Let me get my list pulled up right here. Oh, I got Dwight Schrute at number 5.
Dwight Schrute. Hey, we love
Yeah.
it. We love
Legend.
it. Love it.
Legend.
For the crime show fans, will enjoy this answer and respect this answer. Number 5, Elliot Stabler.
Yeah. These are my honorable mentions.
Love that.
My My number 5, Alexis helps me a lot of the times with my top 5s because I go brain dead and I can't think of shit.
I love that.
But my number 5 is Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, there you go.
What'd you say, Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my cat's just out here gonna yak behind me. Just love that. So, love that. Nice. Number 4, Ian, what you got?
Yeah, I didn't like that pick, Dustin.
Yeah, cat.
But I like that pick.
Oh.
Number 4, I'm gonna go Negan from Walking Dead.
Negan. Oh,
Mm.
good one. Good one.
Better
Good
fall than you, Rick. All right, my number 4. Give me Michael Scott.
Oh, okay. We're running off his
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
going the opposite.
Number
level.
Yeah.
4.
Number
Yep.
4, Mike Scott. That's tough. You better. I know. I already have a feeling who his top 3 are going to be. But hey, number 4, I'm going to probably steal one. Maybe not. But give me Christopher Moltisanti.
That's your number 4?
It's my number 4.
I don't know who
Okay.
that is.
I respect it, bro.
Thank
he's
you.
Who is that?
He's coming.
Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't finish The Sopranos all the way through, so I don't really know.
Yeah,
I
he's
know I'll probably get shit for that because
Yeah,
I haven't
dude.
watched it. But
Yeah, dude.
I don't
Great.
watch a lot of TV.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
I really don't. So
No, I don't either. That's why this list was kind of tough for me. But
it
so.
sucked for me. I had
Yeah.
struggled.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Here we are.
My number 4, Michael Scofield, Prison Break.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Yeah, I did love that show.
Good one.
Listen, if you guys haven't seen that show, if you watch the first season and like a little bit of the second season, the first season's fucking incredible.
Yeah, it is. It's dope. Good one. Good one. Ian, who you got number 3, brother?
Number 3, I'm going Supernatural, Dean Winchester.
Supernatural, great show.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey.
Nice. Hold on. Mitch is working on my audio sound real quick. Dean Winchester, number 3. You like that answer?
For what?
Top 5 TV show characters. Number 3, Dean. Dean.
On number 1.
Oh, he'll be your number 1. All right, cool. All right. All right, there we go. Love that.
Who's
All right.
number 3?
Ian.
Number 3 for me is Chris Moltisanti.
Nice, dude. Coffee getter.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No, I had him on there, bro. I didn't have him.
Ben had him. Number 3 for me. You guys might not know who it is. Maybe, I don't know. But number 3, Bo Bennett from The Ranch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Show on Netflix. Sam Elliott. Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
dude can act. So
You said the name, and I'm like, I've heard that name before. Yeah, I watched a lot of it, and then they took it off of Netflix. I think that's when the whole
yeah,
thing
with
happened with him. So
that. Yeah.
not Sam Elliott, obviously, but
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good show though. Really good
Yes.
character.
There you go.
number 3, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3, give me Walter White, Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. The name
It's a lot of people's number 1.
A lot of
Yeah,
people's
well,
number 1.
my number
Lot of
1's
people.
obvious, if you know me.
I think I know it.
I think I might know. I
Yeah.
might know. We'll see. I think I might know, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Number 2. Who do we have, Ian?
Number 2, I got Dwight Schrute,
Oh, we love it. Love that.
and it's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And I could have added
love that show.
my top 5 just from that show if I wanted to. But
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Love that.
My number 2 is Tony Soprano.
good one.
Ooh. Love that. Love that.
Good one.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me, Jamie Reagan from Blue Bloods.
Never seen it.
Probably the best depicted NYPD crime show that there is out there. Yeah,
Check
Tom
it out.
Selleck. Tom Selleck's the police commissioner. What is it? Donnie Wahlberg is a detective. Jamie Reagan's a cop who works his way up through the department, and then their sister is the ADA. So it's cool. It's just like the whole. It's dope though. Really good show.
Yeah, for sure.
So my number 2 and number 1, they're like
1A, 1B.
probably 1A, 1B
Respect
because
it.
I love both of these characters
I
so
know
much.
who it is.
Respect it.
You know who it is?
I think so. Yeah, it's from
Okay.
yeah.
I see it.
My number 2, Tommy fucking Shelby.
That's a great one. Yeah, love it.
Ooh, I did not
Tommy
even
fucking
think
Peaky
about it in
Blinders,
my mind.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good show. Fucking phenomenal show.
Killian
Phenomenal
Murphy.
show. Oh,
Man,
yeah.
Yeah, he's killer.
Can't
Yeah.
wait to see the movie.
I can't
There
wait
we go.
either. Listen, it was hard for me not to put Solomon's in here from fucking there too with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Alfie.
Yeah.
He played that part so well.
Yeah, he did. Phenomenal. All right, hey. Let's go, brother. What's your number one? Gold medal.
My number one, just because of how invested you can get in the dialogue, and it's from one of the, in my opinion, best TV shows of all time. Ended kind of weird, but it's Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Oh my god! Yep, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful number one.
Peter Dinklage absolutely murdered that role.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With that being said, my number one is Jon Snow.
I love it.
From Game of Thrones.
Love that. I'm gonna copycat Duper, but my number one, the Don himself, the goat of all goats of crime,
The Don.
the Don, Tony Soprano. I just man, I really.
It's a great show.
It's a great show, and I really just wish that James Gandolfini just lived a long and prosperous life and didn't leave this great world in 2013. And he'd just be making a reboot of The Sopranos today, but they will never do that because of that. So, but Tony, hey, love you.
Thank you, bro.
Watch that, I guess.
It is really good.
It's good.
It's really good.
So obviously my number one, I'm sure you guys could all guess. Michael Scott.
I was gonna say, yeah, if there's anything other than.
Has to be.
I was going Jim Halpert and Michael Scott for sure.
Yeah,
that's right.
You thought that was my 1 and 2?
Yeah, I thought for sure. Yeah, that was a good stop.
So yeah, right. So when I first made my list, I had it Mike Scott, Tommy Shelby, Jim Halpert, but I wanted to kind of, I didn't want to have multiple of the same show.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
But don't worry. So when you hear my honorable mentions, Jim Halpert gets his shout out.
There we go. Ian, do you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah.
I didn't write any down, but I can think.
Yeah, I have one. That's all I have. Okay.
Go ahead. You go, and then we'll go back to Ian.
Hey, give me Reacher.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Give me Reacher.
Super, you got any?
Give me Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
And give me Ian's number one, Tyrion Lannister, as well.
Jesse Pinkman, that's a good character. That's good.
I mean, obviously, you got to go Sam, Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Peter Griffin, Family Guy.
I was gonna put Family Guy in there. Shout out Stewie.
Cartman, South Park.
I was gonna have Cartman. Yeah.
I even like another Supernatural one, the guy that played Crowley.
Yeah.
I think I can have an honorable mention list. I can write a book. I feel like.
That's funny. That's dope. What you got, D?
All right, so I got obviously Elliot Stabler,
Mm-hmm.
which you already mentioned him.
Mm-hmm.
A Reacher, since you mentioned him.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
shout out John Krasinski.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched that series, it's really good.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys ever watched it. This is an older show. You ever guys watched the show, or have you guys ever watched 24?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Jack Bauer.
Mm-hmm.
That show was badass.
Mm-hmm.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah.
That show was badass.
Yeah. 24 was a good show.
Yes.
That's
Very good
dope.
show.
That's dope. All right, fellas. Hey, I'm gonna wrap us up here, and we're gonna get up out of here. And we've been yapping for over an hour and a half now, and super grateful for that conversation. Ian, thank you so much for taking the time to come back on again.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me back. Even though my communication sucks, but we're glad to be back here. So.
Yes.
No, hey, we love it. We love it, man. Hey, invitation's always open. Feel free to come back on.
You can come back whenever.
Yeah, maybe not wait 64 episodes to do it again, but that's up to you.
Seriously, we need to make that sooner. Yeah.
But no, nonetheless, we really do appreciate you coming on and chopping it up with us and having a laid-back sports-related EP, and we got to talk about a little bit of some relationship advice. We played Dr. Phil here for a little bit, so that was cool. But nonetheless, hey, just give our sponsors a quick shout-out. Shout-out Nighttime Creations. So all the dope gear that we're showing off, the hat right here, the hat that you can't see because it's an unlocked character item on D-Money's head because of his shadowing. But there he is. There it is. Oh, there it is. Just unlocked cheat code. Nonetheless, the other hat and the shirts we haven't worn yet, but I will be rocking the hoodie soon enough. But Nighttime Creations does dope work if you're looking for custom print jobs for t-shirts, hoodies, all that good stuff. Does laser engraving, all that good stuff too. I can go on and on about him. Arbor Elite, check those guys out. It's going to get cold again, but nonetheless, they're out there busting their asses, doing all your remodeling needs, tree trimming, tree removal, concrete, fencing, all that stuff. If you guys need them, they're linked on our other socials as far as our other pages go. You can find their contact information. And then just the two other ones that I have to shout out. Oh, Captain, my captain. There he is, Jordan Love holding it. Yep. There he is. He's swinging back and forth.
This is my new outro.
There it is, new outro. There it is. But Cowboy Revolution Apparel and Shank It Golf, both apparel websites. Obviously, Shank It Golf is golf apparel. Cowboy Revolution Apparel is a veteran-owned apparel company that sponsors Western wear out of Texas. It's like graphic tees, hats. I think they do hoodies too. Anyway, the most important part of all that is use the code The Nice Guys at checkout. Save 15% off of your total purchase at checkout, and just save yourself some money. And then with that being said, the most important thing I think I say every episode, because it reigns true in my heart, we wouldn't be here without you guys. We really appreciate you. We're so humble in the experience to be able to go live, have this audience interaction, have the interaction in general. We post our clips of the episode on TikTok, so if you guys are interested in seeing shorter segments of the show and not watching a full hour and a half episode, check it out in little bits and pieces. And then if you get inclined enough to check out the full episode, do that as well. And then just stay up to date with what we're doing. We have our link tree on the camera app, if that's what we're going to call it. And it's, what is it? The Nice Guys Podcast 3. Is that what it is?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think that's what it is, but it has the links to all the other socials. So, just encourage you guys to check those out.
Stuff in our link tree.
Hey, some spicy stuff in there. Don't find the red chili pepper. Don't find that one if you're not looking for a good time. So, that's all I have. D-Money, you got anything, brother?
No, that sounds good to me, brother.
There we
Just
go.
Appreciate you guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian, you got anything, brother, to add?
Only thing I gotta say is I just want to take a second, everybody watching, just give a round of applause for Tyler for being a hell of a host.
Hey, thank you.
Give it up.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, and I'll be in better communications hopefully for the future. So.
Yeah, we'll see that. We'll
Yeah.
do that when we see it.
I love it. Duper, anything that you want to add, brother?
Just two quick things. God bless America and go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go. That's all we got. Hey, till next time, everybody. Go Steelers. Till next time, everybody. Stay golden. We appreciate you. Deuces.